in the Chicagoland area.
That's right, yeah.
And what do you think? This has got to be a totally different call here because as we've explained to our audience before, Raceway Park is, first of all, it's the oldest pure motorsport facility in the Chicagoland area, having opened its doors in 1938. Beyond that, it's also the smallest. This is a tough track to drive. You never rest, and he just came from the biggest track in the area, which is Ileana. It's got to be a totally different call.
I've had my hands full, believe me, and I've also had some terrific help from the people upstairs.
They must give you a lot of help here because the action is so fast here, trying to figure out first and second, they're changing fifth and sixth and eighth on you all at the same time.
All the time, and like I say, we call them the upstairs gang, and they have been very, very instrumental in helping me the few months that I've been here.
Okay, well listen, I thank you for spending a little time with us. I know you got to get back upstairs. Please don't run away. I want to get these two young women out here. If we could, please come up here. Do you know what I want you to do?
What?
Are you familiar with the program?
A little.
Okay, I want you guys to get your heads close together. At the same time when I cue you, say, don't go away, folks, we'll be right back. Now.
Don't go away, folks, we'll be right back.
Leave it to Bill to spot a couple of pretty girls and want to put them on camera. He's incorrigible. Now, do you remember that the girls at the concession stand said the most often requested picture was Pat Eklund's? Well, we caught up with him between turns 1 and 2 right after qualifying.
Please notice, once again, the officials at Raceway Park allowed us to interrupt their program to get the Pat Eklund interview. What a great place it was.
Joe DeMarco, do you know who we have here?
We have Pat Eklund.
And who's Pat Eklund?
He's the champion race car driver.
Well, not just the champion race car driver. Allison, tell her how you know Pat Eklund.
Oh, I've met him here before.
Last time. Is what he did last time when we were here.
Yeah, last time he had got into a real bad accident the night before, did not know if his car was going to be ready to race, pulled it in right before he had to, and won the race. It was amazing.
Not just that, set a track record in qualifying. Pulled off the trailer, set a track record. Christine, you remember all that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I understand, Kimmy, that they've run 30 races this year, and he has won 23 features.
Very impressive.
Very, very impressive. And this time, we've got his car out here. Let's go down and meet him. First of all, Pat Eklund, our audience has met you once before, but welcome once again to Motorsports Unlimited.
Thank you. It's nice that you came out to see us again.
Yeah, and I wanted to see you with your car here because the last time we did the interview with you, you didn't have a car.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had crashed the night before, and the fellows still had it at the garage trying to fix it.
And apparently worked out really well.
Yeah, we ended up winning that night.
Okay, what am I standing in front of here? This is the kind of thing guys would kill for.
This is the season championship trophy.
Okay, in other words, even though tonight when we're here taping, this is the season championship for the late models, as far as the season points total, you've got it sewed up.
Right, an overall championship points-wise.
Okay, anybody you want to thank?
Oh, obviously the crew and Ray Wableski, the car owner. Ray asked me a couple of years ago to drive, and I was flattered and, of course, accepted the offer, and now we've won 2 championships in a row.
Well, I would say that's really saying something. Any big ambitions, anything from here?
Oh, obviously, everybody that drives a race car would like to, hit the ARCA circuit or ASA or even NASCAR circuit. But, it's you get out of these cars what you put into them. And I myself run a small business, and I'm pretty busy Monday through Friday.
Well, this is certainly the guy that does have the talent, though. There's absolutely no question about that. Literally all the pit areas buzz about Pat Eklund and what he's accomplished and all that thing. And I don't want to pull anything out of you that you don't want to tell, but what we like to do on our program is to try to help everybody understand what you guys do out here. Are you willing to share a little bit of setup?
Well, Ray and the fellows have always prepared a car well. You have to finish to win.
That's for sure, but what I want to know is, can you give us an idea of at Raceway Park, for a guy that's going to aspire to Raceway Park, and I'm sure we've got some hobby stock guys out there right now that are watching this thing that would like to know really how a guy like Pat Eklund does it, how much stagger?
Oh, well, the stagger-wise, we run around 3 inches in the rear and around 1 inch in the front.
Okay, do you run left front heavy or right front heavy?
No, the left side is always heavier.
Okay, a couple 100 pounds?
Yes.
You know, I find it very interesting. I'm sure you know Dave Weltmeyer. Anybody that raced at Raceway Park sure knows the great Dave Weltmeyer, correct?
Oh, I've learned a lot from Dave. We've taught each other a lot of times. We've raced against each other on this very same racetrack.
Right, and we've gone back and forth on this thing. And to me, every race car has got to be set up left front heavy. And yet, Dave says that they're setting up either neutral or right front heavy when they're running these bigger tracks. I don't get it, do you?
Well, it may have something to do with this place. I mean, it's almost a constant circle here. You're constantly in a turn, and that's why I think we keep a little bit more left side here.
Yeah, it always makes more sense to me. Quite frankly, one of these days we're going to have to do a whole tech show on this business of these guys. And by the way, Bill Venturini also, right front heavy.
Well, as I say, they run a lot bigger tracks than we do, and I really believe it's just because we don't have much of a straightaway here. We're constantly in a circle.
Okay, so a young guy coming out here that's maybe working on building himself a late model for the first time. The great Pat Eklund is saying you ought to come out with about 3 inches of rear stagger, 1 inch of front stagger, about 200 pounds left front heavy, and you might have it fairly close.
The
to
left
start
rear,
with.
yeah, the left rear is obviously has to be heavier too. I would say the left rear is probably the heaviest part of the car.
Oh, really? You run it that heavy?
Yeah.
Are you allowed that much to get that much left side weight?
Yeah, the rules I believe are 58% left side weight total. 58% of the total weight of the car can be on the left side.
See what's going on down there? Okay.
Question.
Yeah, question. Christine, go ahead.
Pat, I'd like to know how long have you been racing at Raceway Park?
Good question, Chris.
This is my 21st season.
Wow, you seem like a young guy. I'm shocked. That's amazing. Have you won track champions before?
Yeah, 84, 91, and now this year.
So this is your
Third
third
one,
track
yeah.
championship.
Yeah.
Well, listen, congratulations. Yes, oh, another one, Chris.
Was this all in a late model?
Ah, good question.
All 3 championships were in late model, yes.
Okay, did you always run late models, or did you start with some other stuff?
No. I started along with David Wallmeyer and a few other guys that are running elsewhere in the 6-cylinder division here.
Okay, real quick now because we're running out of time and I want to get some shots of you guys in action. If you were advising a youngster getting started, there is an argument, I don't want to say an argument, but there is some discussion whether a person should go right to a late model, even though you're not going to beat anybody for the first few years, you'll just be flopping around in what you're going to end up in. Or do you think it's a better idea to start maybe with a hobby stock, go to a street stock, then go, you know what I'm saying? What do you think?
I really believe you should probably start in a lower class than the late models. Whether it's a street stock or a sportsman car, doesn't really matter, but it gives you a little bit more experience of consistency and running the same lap every lap, and it's a little bit easier to I think it's a little bit easier to concentrate on what you're doing with one of those cars than it would be with one of these.
I certainly agree with you. I think it's a good idea to work your way up because when you're hanging on for dear life, you're not really learning anything.
Well, that's I say. If you're running at the rear of the pack with one of these cars, you're not really learning anything from anybody else. If you run in the middle of the pack or towards the front, even with one of the lesser cars, then you can learn from the other fellows too.
Okay, well listen, I don't want to hold you any longer because I know you got business to do tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the great Pat Eklund. He is the 1992 Raceway Park track champion.
Even the spectators at Raceway Park were terrific. They didn't seem to mind the time we were taking to tape these pieces to tell people about their track. As a matter of fact, they seemed to enjoy watching us work. A very special place.
If you'll remember earlier in the show, John Brolick mentioned helping Don Crittenbrink get started in the street stock division. Let's see how well he's done.
Joe DeMarco, you're real new on our program and you're new to racing. I want you to come down here. I want to show you something. Now, I want you to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Do you know what that is?
It's 15 stickers. He's won 15 races.
Not just 15 races. What kind of races? Take a look. This is real important. In motor racing, this is big stuff.
Okay, who's your races?
Feature winner. That means he won 15 feature events, 15 major events. This is a big-time guy.
Keep taking advantage of the fact that I know nothing about
Well, that's why I brought you
racing.
down here.
And I'm missing one too.
What, and you're missing one too?
Yeah, from last weekend.
Okay, first of all, reintroduce yourself to our audience, please.
Don Crittenbrink.
And Don, once again, you get to us, and we're getting low on program time here. We did this to you last time, but you've had an incredible season.
Yeah.
And you're the champion?
Yes.
The street stock champion?
Yes.
Okay, well, and it doesn't make any difference what happens tonight or tomorrow night?
No.
Okay, well, listen, congratulations. And we've got a guy here that's got something for you. If we can bring him in right now. Right on over here, please. I like to embarrass everybody if given a chance. Step right in on over here. Good. Just like that. And first of all, you are?
Roger Smith.
Roger, you're the starter here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the starter. And what have we got for Don?
We have the 1992 season championship for Don Crittenbrink from Nevis Rizza Ford.
Okay, well, listen, congratulations. Again, this was another one of these terrific guys to work with. And yes, Allison.
He's buying John Brolick's car next year.
Really? You're going to go late model?
I'm going late models.
Oh, well, congratulations. Congratulations. And you're ready, though. You figure you're ready now?
I don't know.
How many feature wins?
16 with this car, and I did win a 200 lap feature, so that's like 17.
Yeah, you're more than ready. You're definitely ready. Congratulations. We've got to run because the program, we're running out of time. Girls, tell the camera.
Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back.
Perhaps next year we'll have the opportunity to talk with Don Crittenbrink and follow up on how he's doing in the late model division. Speaking of late models, it's time for the late model feature. And even though the season point championship has been decided, second place is still up for grabs between John Brolick in car number 2 and Mike Lors in car number 76.
Completely out of time, we want to acknowledge the folks who made this updated episode of Motorsports Unlimited possible. Janine Lauscha, our webmaster Frank Barbalas, Art Lauscha, Samantha Bentley, and me, I'm May Chin.
Typical of the close action found on Raceway Park's 1/5 mile oval, watch as John Brolick in car number 2, fighting for points, begins to assert himself.
Keep in mind that Mike Lors in car number 76 is battling for second place in the season point standing.
Literally, everywhere you looked, there were close quarter battles going on.
Restart following a spin by car number 17, 1992 track champion Pat Eklund takes the lead and takes command in car number 0.
Mention how much he misses Raceway Park and Santa Fe Speedway for that matter. He feels sorry for the young people out there who won't have these viscerally exciting educational opportunities. What a loss.
That was Mike Lors in car number 76 spinning into the infield, all but ruining his chance to beat John Brolick for second place in the season point chase. That is, if John doesn't make a mistake, and anything could happen on this tight, challenging track.
Mike Lors in number 76 wasn't giving up and is making a charge back to the front.
Of course, John Brolick in car number 2 knows that Mike Lors isn't quitting and is going as fast as he can while trying to stay out of trouble.
Now that was a close one, nearly ending John Brolick's night. Anything can happen in racing, and it's not over till it's over. One thing was obvious, though. This was once again going to be Pat Eklund's night, even though Mike Pockris in car number 50 pushed him all the way.
When starter Roger Smith threw the checkered flag, it was Pat Eklund winning, followed by number 50, Mike Pockris, and John Brolick in car number 2, securing his second place in the season point championship. Congratulations, Pat, and to all the Raceway Park competitors. You folks make our visit a pleasure, especially mine. Thanks, guys.
Wow, they've been doing it since 1938 and it just keeps getting better and better. The late models are spectacularly fast and have run us flat out of time with only a few minutes left to acknowledge the fine work of our award-winning production team, including Chuck Itzenthaler, John Papke, Tom McGrady, and Mike Sabatino. Special thanks to JVTV's Jerry Bryant. Music for this edition of Motorsports Unlimited was created by those talented folks at Fireside Recording Studio in Westchester, Illinois, and by independent artists Roger Pauley and Jerry Herbert. We all know Motorsports Unlimited is the hottest show on television, but would that be true if it weren't for our stars, Joe DeMarco, Alison Damore, Kim Donahue, Chris Schutz, and our host, Bill Wilt. The question was rhetorical. We all know the answer, including me. I'm Carl King, encouraging you all to take advantage of the fine motorsport facilities serving the Chicagoland area. We'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching.
This program made possible in part by support from J.C. Whitney & Company, located just off I-80 at the Utica exit in LaSalle, Illinois.
This program made possible in part by support from Jimmy's Red Hots, located on Grant Avenue and Pulaski Road in Chicago.
Motorsports Unlimited is produced by Bill Wilt, president of the Motorsport Advancement Crusade.
This program made possible in part by support from ABC Auto Parts, located on Ashland Avenue at 138th Street in Blue Island, Illinois.
This program made possible in part by support from Bridgestone Firestone and your local Bridgestone Firestone tire retailers.
This program made possible in part by support from Copy That, located in the County Farm Plaza at County Farm Road and Army Trail Road in Carroll Stream, Illinois. Motorsports Unlimited was created to raise public consciousness, understanding, and appreciation of the motorsport community and their activities. You can contact us by email at msutv.com, or you can write to Motorsport, P.O. Box 66242, Chicago, Illinois, 60666. We enjoy hearing from our audience. Please let us know what you think.
This is just part of the car show at J.C. Whitney in LaSalle, Illinois. It was a huge success and a great way to start the 2009 Outdoor Summer Car Show season. Next week on Motorsports Unlimited, it's our coverage of J.C. Whitney's annual opener. It turned out to be an overwhelming success with nearly 500 cars, trucks, and motorcycles on display. The weather was perfect. Check it out next week on Motorsports Unlimited.
So that's it, another edition of Motorsports Unlimited and the